Right, I thought I'd do this quick video just to show you what I'm messing about with at the moment. This blue is a new filament I'm just trying out. It's a flexible filament. Ignore all the blue, it's the only one that they had in stock. They do it in black. Just seeing how it prints, see how well it'll stand up to anything to do with night vision, if you like. Apart from it being a bit of a pain in the backside to print with, it's actually a really good filament. It's very flexible. This is a test print that's part printed of the DSA, which is this. This is printed in ABS. Let's have a look. Use an Allen key, bolt, nut, other side. Then you just pretty much put both of them together, tighten it up, and it nips it shut. And that end tightens around. There's two different sizes or diameters. That's narrower than this side. That's to go on your scope. I mean, this is for a 45mm eyepiece, so it drops over the scope. Then you tighten it up and clamp it. And then the night vision, where the digital night vision, with, for example, this one, which is the mirror concept, camera goes in there, mirror in there, reflects it, shortens the distance on the back of the scope. So it ends up being that length. Well, actually, it's roughly about there, where the back of the scope fits. The rest of that clamps onto the scope, and then you're left with this distance, which is roughly about half the length of where a standard night vision with camera on back, which is roughly something around there, where the camera lens is. For a lot of people who use tubes, you know, the silicon tubes, or a shop bought DSA, the Pulsar DSAs that you can get for about £35. The Pulsar DSAs are alright, because they're on a, I ain't got one to show, but the part that clamps onto the scope, that's alright, but then it's like a plastic weaver rail. It's very flexible, easy to break, and they move around. So they're a cheap DSA, but tried them, not a big fan of them. So I like this idea, which is Austin's idea for Night Vision Builders. Simple, easy to print, and quite a lot of strength in it. But the rubber filament, so it's very flexible, as I'll show you. Now, you can't do this normally with ABS or any other type of filament that you print with, and it remembers its shape, so it always comes back. So you can bend it, twist it, and do a lot of things with it, and it comes back and brings itself to its original printed shape. Regarding same principle with the nut, because it's that flexible, this material, it's actually turning the nut inside, so I've had to glue that in place. You might be able to alter it with settings, make it not as flexible. It's got a rubber texture to it, so it does, show you with this one. So when that's on there, I'm nipping that shut with my hands. It does nip that really well, but you can still turn it. Remember to put a lot of force on it. Where with the rubber, or the flexible filament, again, nipping that shut, it doesn't turn nowhere near as much or as easy. I'm having to put a lot of pressure on that to turn that. And this is just obviously a little part of the DSA. So if it were on the back of the rifle, or on the back of the scope, and you are knocking it or anything like that, this filament's going to give. So it's not going to crack it or break it in any way, where a normal DSA, that's 3D printed, there is still a possibility of breaking it because they're printed in lines or layers. I don't know if you can see that on there, because this is just a test print, it's not on a fine detail. See if I can zoom in. Yeah, you can see the layers. There's hundreds of layers. So this, let me just zoom back out. So this has been printed pretty much flat like that, and it goes round the shape, does one layer, moves up, does another layer, moves up, does another layer, keeps going until it's done all the layers, and then you've got your end product, which is that. Same principle with the rubber. The rubber's been printed the same way, on the flexible material. If you can see that one. But it has actually bonded well together, each layer, so that it's not splitting in any way. I'm really pleased with it. Anybody got any ideas regarding what to print with rubber, or the flexible material, shall I say, because it's not actually rubber? Give us a shout. Always interested in trying new ideas or something different, and I'll have a go at making something and do another video showing it, depending on what it is. This DSA, it will fit a 40mm, but you can fit it to sorry, this is for a 45mm eyepiece on a scope, but you could put a collar inside, which I haven't got any to hand to show, but you could 3D print the rubber flexible material as a collar, and that could sit inside there, so you're reducing it to hold and clamp onto a 40mm scope. So that's what I'm up to anyway, something a little bit different. Anybody wanting any help building night vision or building digital night vision, you can always go on Facebook and go on Night Vision Builders. A good group of people on there. There's always somebody building something, trying something, or anybody wanting any parts, a list of parts. There's a lot of files on there that people have put on, showing you how to build stuff, what you need, what products best to buy depending on what you're after. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll try and keep doing some videos of different things I'm doing regarding night vision when I get time. See you later. Bye.